Hello guys, this is gonna be a video. I'm halfway through my reading goal, which is 50 books by the end of this year. I'm gonna share all the books I read so far. Well, technically I don't have a couple of them, but I only have half of the series of Unfortunate Events right here because I just don't want to pull up that. And then one other book that I read, I lent to someone. I don't care if they return it because I don't want it anyway. So whatever. I'll just start from the beginning. Oh wait, I forgot my piece of paper. I wrote down the dates of when I finished these. I've been having like an awful because I keep being like, oh, I'm only finishing. I keep being like points where I read a lot and then points where I don't read a lot. So it's like I had a really rough first couple months because the first 3 months or whatever I finished only 2 books a month, and it was awful. Okay, first off, I have The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I loved this book. It was a hefty book. I had a lot of hefty books apparently. I had at least 3 hefty ones. I love this book. I wish she would come out with the other ones she was planning on releasing in the series. I don't think she's ever going to because of how much time has passed, but she could. I don't know. I don't know much about Stephenie Meyer. I never read the Twilight series, and I don't know if she has written anything but the Twilight series and this. If she has, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll look it up and see if I would like to read it because I love this book. It was great. It was way better than the movie. I saw the movie years ago, but I love the book and it's great. Probably one of my favorite books I read this year so far. Okay, next I read. Oh, and I finished this 8th of January. I forgot I was doing dates. Second book I read. I finished this 23rd of January. This book just took me forever. This is a book that I knew I probably didn't want to keep from the beginning, but this book has just been around forever in my house since I was little, and I've started it countless times and never finished it, and I basically just wanted to finish this book finally after years. But I actually enjoyed the ending of this book more than I thought. Oh, it's written by Jerry Spinelli. In Recess? That just makes me think of Recess. But I enjoyed the ending way more than I thought, but I still think I'm gonna get rid of it because I think I'm trying to only keep the books I would reread. So I'm trying to minimize my books because I have almost 300 books. So it's try to minimize them so I can get other ones I want, because I still have a big list of books I want. So I'm what ones I won't read. So yeah. So that's number 2. Next book I finished in February because this book took me a whole month. Book 3 I finished February 21st. See, so the 23rd to the 21st I was reading this book, and this book I hate this book. Lots of people like this book. This is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, and I'll butcher it. But this book took me so long to read. It's a hefty book. It's a very thick book. It's really short too, short and stout, which I don't like. I have 2 books on my shelves like this, including this one. I just don't like the short and stout books because it looks so short compared to all the other books. I'm just lots of my books are different heights, but this just is short and fat, and I just don't like the way it looks on my bookshelf either. But I hate this book. It was so hard to get through. It was very hard to understand too, and I just didn't. And I don't think I would ever read it again. And it made me cry in some places, and I just would never read this book ever again. I'm gonna get rid of it. And I almost kind of regret reading it. And I don't think I've ever regretted reading a book before, but like I kind of regret reading this or picking this to read. I kind of wish it never came into my life almost, but I read it. So yeah, there's that one. And then the next one I finished the 28th of February, which that's the one I lent. I lent it to my mom actually, and she kind of lost it, but I don't really care because I was gonna get rid of it anyways. And it's Looking for Alaska by John Green, and it was like my sister's favorite John Green book, and I just didn't like it. I mean, I liked the first part of the story, and then when it got to the middle part, I was like, is this really what this book is about? And then it really was, and I was just like, oh no, I I was just disappointed by where the book went, and I was just like, it was an okay book, but I just didn't want, I didn't, it wasn't a book I was expecting. It was just like, I've only read that book and the cancer book by John Green. Oh, what is that one called? Fault in All Stars. I've read that book by John Green. I haven't read any of them, the other ones. Like, how do I read An Abundance of Kathryns, but I don't own that book. I don't own any John Green books now that I've kind of gotten rid of the Looking for Alaska one, so I don't have any of his other books. But I wouldn't mind reading An Abundance of Kathryns, because I feel like, because that sounds kind of interesting. And I kind of want to read the one that the movie came out for, and it's like the guy follows a girl or whatever, tries to find her or whatever. I don't know what it was, what that one's called, but whatever. Okay, moving on, because I have a lot of books to get through. And the next I finished the next book on 3/19. I have numbers here, so I may just start saying numbers instead of trying to figure out what the month is, but I'll just, the 19th of the third month, whatever, is this book. And I got this a couple of years ago. I got this pretty soon after she released it, but I read part of it then, but I was in a kind of weird place when I got this. I was like, I was kind of like house hopping, I was kind of homeless, and like most of my stuff was in the storage unit, and like I was kind of just jumping around places, and it wasn't a good point for me to read a book. Let's just say that. So I finally got around to actually reading it front to back, and I love this book. I love Lindy Tane. She's like one of the first YouTubers I started watching, like religiously, because before her I think I just watched like hair dye videos, because like that's what I was into. But it's A Beautiful Mind, a Beautiful Life, The Bub's Guide to Being Unstoppable. I love this book. If she writes any more, I would totally get some more books, because I only have 2 like YouTuber books, right? I don't think anyone else has written my I have this one, and I have Marzia's book, which I love. Marzia's book, it's so good. But yeah, I really like this. There's Bubs right there. Look at how cute she is. Like, she's so happy. I love her. So yeah, there's that book. And then next I read, what number am I on? So this I finished the 28th of the third month. And this is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian, whatever his last name is. That. And this book took me a little while to read, because I couldn't just read it while I was like cooking, because I was like doing a lot of like reading in the car, reading like, will not really pay attention to things. And this, I had to actually, like, sit down and actually get into the world of this, like, super hardcore. I had to, like, calm down and be like, yeah. But I love this book. It's like mostly pictures. It's like a silent movie kind of thing, and I love it. I love this book. And I will totally read it again. So it's like really great. It is a hefty book, but I still got through it pretty quick because it was like a lot of pictures. But I tried to like slow myself down and be like, don't just like finish it. Like actually slow down, read it. So yeah, there's that one. And then this one I read the 8th of the 4th month. This is a help. This is by Kathryn Stockett. I like this book. I think I like the movie better. I think I am gonna donate this book because I don't think I had a little bit of a hard time reading it because like it's written with like some of the words they use is like how it sounds in the South, and it's like I had a hard time understanding some words, and it's like I had to reread a couple things, and I'm just, although I really love the one part with Minnie and her housekeeper. That's the crazy part. No, it's Minnie and the girl that has all the miscarriages. I almost said abortions. Whatever her name is, but you know what? The one part where the girl like beats up the one guy, and it's great. I love that part. And I was like, do I keep this book for just that part? And I'm like, not really. Although I love that part. But yeah, I'm gonna be passing this one on to you. Okay. And then next, I'm just not forget about the dates because I'm like losing my track, and I'm just like, I don't know where I am in the dates. So next, The Sisterhood of the Trolling Pants. I read all of them. So yeah. So first is the first book, The First Summer of the Sisterhood. I love this. I'll just talk about all 4 of them at the same time. All 4 of these books are great. And I really love these. I think my favorite one, which one was it? I really like the summer where Bridget went to Turkey, but I can't remember which one it was. It might have been the 3rd, it might have been the 4th. But Bridget went to Turkey, and I really love all of these. I feel like I connect most with like Lena, maybe a little bit of Timmy, but mostly Lena. Like that's me. But yeah, I love these books. I'm really glad that I read these during the summer because I was either gonna read this series or I was gonna read Peaches, which I don't have the 3rd book in Peaches though, so which made me want to read these because they're both like girl summer books, so it's like, but yeah, I love these books and they're great. And then after that I read where does this book go? I only have half of these with me, but a series of unfortunate events. I didn't like this as much as I thought I would. I feel like there were so many questions, and in the end, I think it's a pretty good book series. It's not just one book. And it really made me think about a lot of things. But I don't know if I will reread it, and I don't know if I'm not sure if I want to get rid of them because I really liked some of the books. Like some of my favorite books in the series of Unfortunate Man, The Reptile Room. I think I like that one a lot just because I love snakes, and anything with snakes kind of fascinates me. So I'm like, I really like that one, and then I really liked this one. I read this in like 24 hours. This one, I read this so fast. And the rest of them, I'm just like by the time I got to these three, I just was not reading. Like, these three took so long. I had to like set word goals and try to like force myself to finish because I would just did like by that point I was like, none of the answers are that I could be in there, and like, why am I reading this? But I did push through and finish, and I'm happy I did because it really made me question a lot of things, and I'm like, yeah, so I'm happy I finished those. Okay, and then the last book, the 25th book, is this book, which is actually another Sisterhood of Traveling Pants series, but it's the 5th one, which is a time skip, so it's like not really part of the original series, and it's like, and why I didn't read this one right after those is because I didn't own it at that point. I got it during the time I was reading the series of Unfortunate Events, because I was like, I really want to read this book. I got it secondhand off of Amazon. It has a little tear right there, which I taped, but it has somewhere on it, but it's not bad. This is Sisterhood Everlasting, and I love this one. I feel like this is a way better ending than that series ended off on. And I feel like this brought me a lot of closure with the girls, and I love this. And if you've read the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants but haven't read this one, read this one, because I feel like it's just so much better than how that series ended, and it's just, it brings a lot to everything. So yeah, and then that's 25 books. Wow. I hope I can finish another 25 by the end of the year, but I'm like, I haven't really been picking up my book lately. But, yeah, hopefully I can. I don't know. But I'm gonna probably do another video whenever I do finish it. If I finish it earlier, I'm gonna film it earlier. Or if I finish it, if I just don't end up completing it, I'll just update at the end or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.